me see if I can correct that. Let's go up here and down to here. Isn't it wonderful when you hear old people talking through technology? Just that's better. Is it? Hey, there we go. Good morning. It is 10:15 on a beautiful Saturday, London Saturday morning. Yeah, it's Jedi stream. But this is our 1310 of No Man's Sky. My name is Mark, I am your pilot, and I'll be guiding you through the inky blackness of space. I timed that so well to it saying No Man's Sky. It's not intentional, but it's becoming a thing. It's becoming a thing. Inky blackness of space is green today, and a bit of red and orange. Reminds me of a bit of peach. Maybe nectarine. Now, I have done a little bit more of settlement expansion, and this is what happened to me last night. I've come back to it, it's still the same, in that it's telling me that the settlement is being attacked. And it's not. I can't seem to do anything about it. And I'm glad my continued improvements are still helping. But I am worried that the settlement is stuck in a situation here where it can't proceed because settlement status, sentinel high alert, high level, return to your settlement and defend it, and there's nobody here. I'll quickly scan. I can't see a sentinel anywhere nearby. I mean, if we scan around, scan while I'm here. Oh. Scan some trees, rocks, but I cannot even see a sentinel on my scope, even though the description of the sentinels is frequent. And normally that means you can see one lurking around nearby. Maybe if I wander about, I'm going to try and trigger this. I've also beamed away and teleported away to somewhere else and teleported back. Can I see a sentinel here? Is that a sentinel? No, that's just dangerous flora. Is that one? There is one around. Well, I'm going to anger them. Come on. Attack my village. Oh, come down here. You're supposed to be attacking this village. I know this is a different type of sentinel attack, but I'm hoping that even just to bring sentinels to the area. we'll... And we'll, you know, this is an ordinary sentinel attack, but... And this is the first real sign of anything wrong with the update. And they're going to switch off there, deactivated. Is that going to bring them into line? No? Well, this is a shame. I can still upgrade buildings, which I will do. But this is going to say this, and no settlements. No sentinels are arriving to actually attack. Disappointing. I am totally ready for it. And they are running around like there's an attack on. That's Scout Quay. This is Pino Buenu. Hello. I thought somebody just came in here. No? No. Settlement machinist Lecky. Or Lisi. Lessie. I'm glad their names are in our alphabet. It does make them a lot more pronounceable. But I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. I will try and, I don't know, try this. And I was looking at this and I did buy this, the Wanderer's Cloak. An exclusive exosuit appearance override granted by the autophage for those who seek their own shell, which I have. Transform the appearance of your exosuit in an appearance modifier. So remember that, Wanderer's Cloak, right there. I'm not wearing the Wanderer's Cloak now, I'm wearing something else. Shall we buy... No, wait, do I have autophage? Let's see if is there anything else I really want to buy.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Yeah, but not an incoming storm of sentinels, is it? What's that? Salvage upgrade for the exosuit. Right. Now, do I need to change my appearance to one of an autophage to get these things to pop up? Because I don't think they are listed on the race. I'm currently listed I am anomaly. I can't say this word. Anomaly. Anomaly. Yes, I am an anomaly. Yeah, I don't really want to spend loads of void motes on something I don't really want to use, just for the sake of seeing. I'm not building a new staff. I already have 2 staffs I will buy... These things changing as I scroll through them because I can't see the... Well, there's the hood. How much is a face mask? I don't know, let me buy an autophage face mask. Thank you. Nice little bleepy noise there. Who's that? Settlement machinist. Don't run away from me. Hollock. Yeah, it's bad weather. I know Hollock. He's always around. Poopy, don't know. This isn't my office, but I need to look like I knew what I was doing when I walked in here. Hi, Poopy. Related to Kid Cootie, really? Right. Can I do anything here? No. And if I teleport away and come back, it doesn't change anything. I've tried that. I'm going to pop over to Atlantis Crossing and... see if that changes anything, but I've done that already. No joy. It's a shame, just because I think unless I resolve the attack, the settlement won't progress any further. Debt will increase, but I won't be able to do anything else. So we'll be making policy decisions, I'm guessing. I can upgrade the buildings, but the settlements will stay under attack until it becomes possible to clear that status. Right, what's going on here? Let's have a look at the status. So things are slowly improving. Yeah, I've got these set up in production, but they're not actually getting to the point of producing anything because normally something comes along to block the production. That's all right. I don't really need this stuff. Okay, we've got a choice. Several new research opportunities have arisen, but our experts are divided. Should we support those who favour developing industrial technology, which is that, or direct funding to improving our habitation systems? Alright, so I've done a lot of work on the habitation systems already. We have enough capacity for a higher population. They're pretty happy. They're 2/3 happy. But I think we should be working on production, personally. I mean, that's the hard choices you have to... Hello, Mass on Mike.
A great stream and a great day. I already hit the thumbs up button for you.
Thank you.
Wonderful weekend.
And I saw you subscribed. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. Happy Saturday to you. Come and join the Discord. Come say hello. Right, so I think I'm going to go for the industrial units. I mean, I do like the idea of having a cough biscuit cannery, but I do know that we won't actually get one. I guess we won't get one. It would just be a piece of stuff that's on the page. So let's do that. Let's put silicate fabricators in. What else does it change? Is that it? So if you look at the status now, that says it increases productivity, and I can't actually tell if that's gone up or not. It doesn't feel like it has, but at least it's higher than that, and that's good. Let's... All right, okay. Of course. I work it all out. I join the dots. I get my red string out. Of course, it's Mike from Boston. How are you, man? You're up very early. And I love Boston. I've been 2 times to Boston, and both times I've really enjoyed my stay there. I think it's a great city. Incredible art galleries. So let's nip back to Antler Mama. I think IKEA should sell those boards already with red string and photographs and torn out newspaper. It's a thing you can enhance your flat with. It would be called Kooky or something, I guess. Alright, and for the new thing, we now get little icons on the Fleet Command Station. Let's see what a Moa has got to mind dump towards me. Salvage frigate module, silent eggs, storage augmentation, get more storage augmentation. Herrick's activated cabin admiral, augmentation for the 3rd time because you can't have enough augmented storage. You can, you run out. Fusin of Phlebas, beautiful red suited Fusin. I'm need to again. It's one of the things I've been thinking about on my NPC log is tracking the crew on the frigates as well. Lots of chromatic metal, guys. You know, it's fine. Thank you very much. I'm not being prescriptive. I appreciate you going out there and bringing me lots of things. You're not ready? The horror. How come you're not ready? Oh, there's a message, that's why. Interloper Captain, the expedition requires your advice. We are pursuing a bounty. We believe we have found our target, a vicious pirate. They have disguised themselves as a trader and flying in a formation with a merchant convoy. We are almost certain we have identified the correct ship. Shall we attack? No. Withdraw. That seems the sensible choice. I don't know how far out you are from home now. Is that Ubik? I think Ubik should know better, really. Yeah, how are you, Zane? Alright, you're back in half an hour. Cool. Or Ubik, but we like to call him Ubik. Vicious, cruel, violent. These are just some of the words, superlatives that you'd use to describe Ubik's combat potential. But I'm glad he asked. I'm glad they didn't storm in and potentially kill a load of civilians. There was something in that chain of command where they were just unsure. They were unsure enough, even though they were probably committed to the plan completely. It's a good thing. When staff do that, even though you might give them the wrong answer from their perspective, there is something that has triggered them to say, hold on, this actual decision. Oh, some organic catalyst is good. Needs to go upstairs. You can tell I'm putting myself back into the mindset of being a people manager again. Got another application to do this weekend. Alright, so Ubik is out. We're back in half an hour. So yesterday afternoon, this wasn't on stream. I didn't really want to do it on stream because I knew it would be faffy and I wouldn't talk through it. I would just be building and then tearing things down and then building them again. But I had a problem. I didn't have a problem. No, not with the game, but I personally had an issue with how I developed the freighter build. Everything was fine. You'd walk down this corridor and we've got the primary pieces of technology here that I would need. Planetary probe, teleporter, trade terminal, all handy, save beacon. The next piece of technology I would use on a regular basis is going to be the frigate control modules, these things, these fleet command stations. We have a room dedicated to that. I like this room. It's got windows, it's got a nice little meeting area here, and when the staff get tired, there is a little breakout space here for them as well, which is fun. You can tell it's a different area because it's a different colour. I've recolored this actually to more pleasant teal and soothing grey, as opposed to the more vibrant, work-centric, hyper-focused colours of red and white. And I think that works well. On the other side of this, there is a space for the crew to place their belongings as they start their shift. It's not really a breakout area. It's a functional space. There's storage around and obviously bits and bobs to give it that utilitarian aesthetic. Next to that, because I do believe in creating good workflow and a pleasant environment for people to work in, is the green space. I'm just going to move to the other end of the green space, away from those processes. So we have lots of carbon growing here, lots of plants. It's not really an arboretum, but we have our lovely, what are they called? Well, I know Mr. Salsgate and Noodler, obviously, good old chap. My farmer. He's a happy chap, he really is. Great markings. I mean, Gag markings are wonderful. I'm not having a go at Viking at all. But he's quite tall for a Gag. Yes, you can have 50 bacon, and for that he'll give me a unique item. And I do see crew in here. A bit of nip buds, just if the staff. Oh no, I'm a liberal boss. I wouldn't say go out with them at the weekend or anything like that, but I want them to have, the ability to let off stream, and a little bit of nip helps with that. I know it's illegal, but, come on. And then what we had down here was the steel extractor cores, storage. Then next to the storage I had refiners. And the idea was, okay, this would be, you need things, you want to refine them, so put them in the same space. But what that did was break the symmetry of my vessel. Everything was great up until here. We've still got this through line which goes all the way to the bridge down there, all the way through here. There's a door at the end. But because this was a 4 wide space, that can't be divided. You need to have odd numbers so that you can have a line of symmetry going through one of the units. So I moved. This is fascinating, isn't it? Oh, I mean, this is the content that kids crave. I moved the refiners to over here. Previously, my specialists were along here, and I've moved my specialist. I'll show you where in a bit. Now, I think I might learn to regret this, because there is a certain... when I am using the refiners, I do like to run between them. I think I can. And I was using the refiners recently to make more dihydrogen jelly, which is something, again, I do off stream. Nobody got time for that. And that meant that the room at the back was off-centered to the rest of the ship. There wasn't a nice through line that would follow the keel on the ship. So this all got dismantled and rebuilt. The refiners were moved over here, which is good. The specialists were moved away. Now, there's a little bit of corridor here. Maybe this, I'm not sure the corridor's in the right colour, because we do have a colour scheme of red and black for the industrial part of the ship, which is kind of like a mid-engine ship. We've got red and black on this side as well, with an stellar extractor core. For symmetry, we now have 4 stellar extractor cores working. Yeah, there's a slight difference here. This is red and black, and that's correct. And then we come into our officer's mess. This is a work in progress, without doubt. Now that doesn't have a door, and this does. I'm just noticing my own inconsistencies. Can I delete this door? Yeah, I can delete that door. These are wrongly coloured. The last few things need to happen here. It is red and black rather than black and red. It's red and black on the outside and black and red in the middle. Up until the point of the officer's mess, and then we return to the white aesthetic of the crew areas. One of the things that annoyed me about this space, which is still, yeah, it's a big open space, is the crew wouldn't come back here. But they do now. There's a Lunenski. Hey, Lunenski, I think you're just stuck in a bit of a... You need to go to the cargo again, have you? All right. I mean, I don't mind, mate. Somebody's got to do it. But now they come back here. They come back here to talk to the specialists. And I decided to make this a bit of an officer's mess, or another crew space. And then up here, my idea was it would be the officers, sort of captain's space. Again, this is but work in progress, but also a space for the fossils. This is much bigger now, as is the area out here. I love the clunky shoes. We do have an appearance modifier here, which brings me to that. I would have thought that would be autophage. Now, is that because that is locked? Does that mean I can't use autophage bits? Because if I look at backpack, I only have one cape, which is the flowing cape. That's my cape. Hey, that's my cape. Check on my backpack is the It's a no from me, dog. And I do love my cape. And I really wanted to use the autophage cape, but apparently I can't use it. The outlaw cape would be related to pirates. Obviously related to Moby Dick, which I still need to finish reading. Oh god, that book's amazing. Fleet Commander? No. No idea. Titan Worm? Organic Freight, Tentacled Cape, Geometric Cape, and Surveyor's Cape. So yeah, I don't know where that cape has gone. Let's look at head. Livingstone helmet, jellyfish tank. I'm gonna have a look. Currently got the Shroud of Freedom on. Well, we can nip through them. It's a good old space helmet. A more convoluted space helmet. A more old-fashioned space helmet. I feel like I'm in an Italiano sci-fi movie. Okay. Not saying no. I'm getting a bit of a Cylon vibe there. Oh, that's grand, isn't it? There's lots of nice work there. Nice, is it filigree going on there? That just does not look comfortable. I don't mind that one. Another fine. That is 2001. What's it called? Helmet Kappa. Helmet Lambda. Spice Horizon looks very heavy to me. Shroud of Freedom is the one I'm currently wearing. I've put on extra accents. So, I want the shroud maybe. Yeah. And I do love the green, because the visor is green, and I can't change that visor colour, I don't think. That's, you know, fixed. Oh, I'm not saying no, that's kind of nice. But yeah, I can't use this cape that I bought, which is very annoying, and it's not even listed as a cape. Yes, it's part of the changes. Now, this will occasionally get star visits because they maintain it. Kind of want me to put a door on there, and where's the thing I want? Couldn't see it there. There they are. Looks kind of out of place, but bit of vanity. Even though, have I put windows? I haven't, but I'm going to. Windows everywhere. I'm well into windows. I can put windows there. Nice. Let's put some more windows in. That's great. And I do need to, yes, lots of internal decoration on these bits. But the idea is for it to be a place to store complete dinosaur remains. I realised that I hadn't got one of the stands, and I've corrected that. Ollie, why aren't you working? You're working now? There we go. Lovely. Down here, we talked about how the two wings attach to the officer's mess, but there's also a little breakout area here between the container storage, which has got just some nice fun bits around the relics. Just to give it a theme, really. Yeah, but that's it. That's what I was doing yesterday. I'm very happy with it. It's been bugging my desire for neat and tidiness. I wonder if I change no, I think because it's 100%, because that metric has reached that value, it's just gonna come back, isn't it? I'll leave it alone for a bit. I'll leave it off focus as a mission and come back to. Now, since we last played, I've restarted the station completely, but still, that's analyst entity here. How are you? You alright? You're still on shift. The ship hasn't moved. But she, yes, of course. Unit Sim, doing a grand job there. Unit Sim is the guy who waves at me when I go into the transporter. Up here we have research entity Big Altsty. I'm not sure if that's the same one. We'll definitely have the same navigator. Yeah, Kulovskov. Very Russian sounding names, aren't they? I mean, I'm not casting aspersions at all, but it's definitely one of the issues around the fiction of both fantasy and sci-fi, that when we start to make generalizations about a race, what can happen is it becomes stereotypes, and stereotypes are the bedrock of passing judgment about a type of people. Well, I think, if you know anything about humanity, when it comes down to individuals, it's all very different. I mean, Bosch, good old Bosch, Viking, he's a great guy. I wouldn't say he's necessarily a warmongering psychopath. Conscript Hidoi is a very interesting dude, because you see him there. Oh no, he's not. Is he cloning himself today? Yep, there he is again. Conscript Hidoi. Conscript Hidoi. What? Yeah. Either I've got a team of twins. Guard 6 from F-Type Carriers. Hello, Guard 6. I don't think we've met. Or maybe we have. I'm sorry. 3,293 encounters. How about that for a crew member? Big fan of Airtight Garage, or Le Garage Hermétique. as it should be called. Mm-hmm. Really? He didn't. What, in that suit? Well, he's always been a bit funny. You know, look, you know what I mean by funny. You especially know what I mean by funny. Uh-huh. No. Is it? Well, that's kind of fascinating. I should be facing that way, shouldn't I? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh. I see. Absolutely. Well, anyway, I must be... keep it for the next APR. We've got a one-to-one plan, I'm pretty sure. No, this isn't it. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. See you around? See you around? Yeah. Oh, jeez. That guy. Does he look pissed off? Oh, God, I think I've pissed him off. Seems fine, but they don't half go on. Now, what's going on there? That's a settlement pillar. Settlement pillar. Sentinel pillar. Oh, is he? One of my 24-hour crew is Emmy. At least he's happy. Well, you know, you're saying you were bored, actually, so... but I'll let you get on. Loving the white pants and the red sort of pull-up. Gaiters? I don't know. Bosch. Superb guy. Really good crew member. Been here forever. What am I doing? Let's have a look at the local planets. I think, yeah, we went to Texas and Omega and had a horrible time. I did find all the animals. I have collected the bonus. There was nothing else. There's a barren planet. There's an Arctic planet. There's a corrosive planet. Basalt, and a low atmosphere. So I think, well, I want to wait until Ubik comes back. And, okay, I know if I move my ship, they will return. No matter where I put my this ship, even if I put my ship galaxies away, they will turn up wherever I am. One of the sleight of hands that happen around frigate missions. There he is. He's over in Jussold at the moment in time, a local star. Is they are always centered around where the player's character are. So if this should work, I think. It's a good test of my understanding as well. But if I now get in here and jump to somewhere very far away, we'll go to a base I haven't been to for years. Far away trains, which is in Hilbert, which is 2 galaxies away. Out in the outskirts of Hilbert, you know, like 800,000 light years from the core. Which is, it's a fair way out, not far from the rim. If there's a place in the galaxy that's furthest away from all the action, this is it. That's not the right line, but yeah, that happened here. This is a mess. I should really abandon this place. It was beautiful, and it's really gone downhill. That's interesting. What's that? It's a save beacon. Really? Mine? Anyway, here we are. Let me now just nip aboard my vessel. Where is my vessel? There you are. And as long as Ubik hasn't come back, it should still work. Alright, inky blackness of space, bring up the galactic map. Can we find them? This isn't a very busy place. Well, there you go, maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it's when they move between systems they will jump to a star. But from my experience, they are somewhere around here. Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, and I don't think they will change star. Yeah, I can't see them. Well, maybe I'm wrong. There you go. What do I know? While we're here, let's disassemble this whole base, faraway trains. This is the base, I think, just before Wind and Wuthering. Doesn't have a landing pad. It was lush green land, and now it's a very murky place to be. Let's go deleting. What I don't know is if I just abandon base, do I get all these bits back? Natural materials. I am kind of fascinated. There was a reason, I do remember, there's a reason why there is a save beacon over there. And that was to give me a direction to drive towards, because it was important when I lived here. Well, I think that's everything, apart from the base computer. There's some wiring here. Oh, a bit more. And there's some power units over here, they can all go. Now, anything else? I think that's about it. Does mean I can recapture the name. Okay. Now we're going to bother with it's not actually returning the base, is it? No. There's two tools. That doesn't seem to be working at all. I don't know whether that's just because this is so old that I can't return it to what it was, to its former glory. What we're going to do, we'll take Skippy over to that safe beacon. Pick it up. Couple of knowledge stones there, a bit sleek in their appearance. I really can't remember what this save beacon is for. But it was important for me to mark it so I knew exactly where the direction. Something tells me that it was for monoliths, maybe? I really can't remember. Sorry, dude. I wish I'd flown. Oh. But yeah, it's such a change, this world. It's difficult for me to I mean, what would you say this colour is? Ah, this was it. Right. Not an abandoned base, but I think I was mining. This place for nanites. I have definitely done that before. And despite this icon, there is nothing here. It is a ghost of a beacon. Alright, well, I'm not going to drive back. Let's get a ship. And yeah, this area of space was I called this my home system. It wasn't. I moved on very quickly to other places. This whole expanse became my home for years. Created a whole network of bases on different types of planet. You know, I still visit. Stings and Lususan, that is where my two settlements are. And I have a base on Stings called Avatar. But there's bases all over the shop. It was a very rich area of space to discover, to wander around. I'm still secretly looking for the frigates, but no, I can't see it. Fine. How do we get home? We go to the space station. Wherever it is, it's over here somewhere. I was looking right at it. I'm not going to bother. It's just going to be a trader. We're just going to move on past. I only am spending money. It wasn't an anomaly. That's really the only thing I'm interested in. Ooh, yes. Now that's a landing. I'm not abandoning the system completely. Winterview is still in this system. Another base on a frosty planet. Well, it's Winterview. Kind of makes sense. Let's go back to Antler Mama. And enjoy a bit of banana. And they are back, so I didn't prove anything, did I? What'd you get me? Activated copper, some units, unrefined pyrite grease. Yeah. All good. All good in the hood, mate. Now. We have picked up a few things that we probably don't need. Open up those slots. If I run out of pure carbon, seem I have, and this does need a little bit of attention, so what an unstructured stream. I mean, I'm just meandering around. Where's my carbon? I picked up carbon this morning. Is it here? It is. I must have run out completely with all the building yesterday. We've got silicate powder overflow, which means yes, let's... Before we do that, let's just refuel
Technology recharge.
that. And we will put this for sale. For sale? For sale? I made a lot of dihydrogen jelly yesterday. There's 37 there. Wow, I'm already using it. I made 40. I made 40 from 2. And I know there's easier ways of doing that, but it makes me happy to do it that way. I've got 2,700 chromatic metal. Yeah, there we go. Look, I've blown that slot, so that can be sold as well. I can go down there. I've got Corvax casings, which I can get rid of. I still haven't picked up a Viking dagger to replace the one I gave away. I'm not angry about it, it's just me noting it. I'm going to tidy this up first. Psionic eggs, sure, I'll keep. We've got unique items. Just 2? Got some Geknip, I'll get some more of that. I've got a frigate modules I don't need. I don't think I need. Now, I know I've tucked my leg under my other leg, which is not a good idea, but I've got... Can I stack these? No. I don't need them. I've got a signal booster. I've got a portable refiner. These were picked up from the base, the construction unit. There. So I am just going to discard these. Maybe I could have sold them at the space station, but now normally I keep a bunch of metal plating, some carbon nanotubes, which I'm a bit short of carbon this morning, so maybe I don't make those. Because often you run into people in space who, you know, have got broken ships and they need some basic stuff, and I like to be there for them. I don't need that Gag nib. That can come here. I do want that nitrogen salt. Pop that there and that there. India Mama Cave 4, I think. I did notice there was a bit of a gap, but no, it's full up now. And the activated versions of Emerald and Cadmium I'm fine for as well. I need the pure. Yeah, these will be used once I make some. I've got it all here. I've got some enriched carbon. So I might as well turn those immediately into superconductors. Because that's more useful for me. Still looking for salvage data, still looking to fill my void in blueprints for stuff I could build with. I've spent hundreds in the last few days. I'm getting to the point also where I could do a refinement run working through my goo. I can't believe I said that out loud. It sounded horrible. Corvex casings, Viking daggers, convergence cubes, Viking FGs, Gag nib, and Gag relics. Cool. All good. All good. I don't know about hydraulic wiring, maybe. Okay, not essentially, but sure. Probably need to work through those in a bit. I'm not going to today. I'm missing silver. Because silver, gold and platinum are often found when asteroid mining for tritium, that's why I keep them in the spaceship. Kind of makes sense to me. Sodium is also used by a standard ship, an authenticated spaceship, starship. So that's why they're there. And I've got pyrite as well, because that's used by starships to refuel. This looks okay. I bought this. this week. And I think I've bought an absolute waste of a slot, really. I can't. I think it's a curiosity. It's labelled a curiosity, which means it doesn't do anything. I don't know. Maybe if I get to a monolith, I'll try it. See if it does anything interesting. I do want glass. These are the things which the settlement upgrades are wanting, kind of thing. So, yeah, I've got slots for those. I think my inventory is tidier now. Activated copper, I think I'm fine for it. Again, pure copper I'm looking for. Put that there. I don't mind using these to make... How much carbon is that going to use? A few more life support gels. From the storage point of view, that's why I like using life support gel. You can refuel your life support with just oxygen, if I remember rightly. Yeah, or dioxide. But having something which you can keep in one stack specifically for that purpose makes sense to me, even though they are probably a bit of a loser to make, because they take one dihydrogen jelly and a certain amount of carbon. I can't remember how much, but it's not much. But yeah, they're probably not worth the dihydrogen, but you can make dihydrogen if you've just got patience by refining it. That requires a battery.
Technology recharge.
So does that.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay. Do think my exosuit's pretty powerful now. Maybe there'll be some minor upgrades. Tell you what we'll do. So this is another job which I've been putting off. I'm not sure what happened there. I can go there. Maybe I can go there. I can go there. Sure. Bit of a mess here. There we go. Good. All of this is now ready for sale. I'm going to nip to... This is really just a complete faff, isn't it? Nip over to parking lot to do my morning agriculture. Oh, it's so nice. So nutty. But maybe Saturday stream should be more laid back. It is a Jedi stream after all. There's an interesting bit of sound design around that sound. If I take an individual one out, and that's multiples. I'm not, I approve of the sound, don't get me wrong, it's a very important sound to me. It tells me I've got everything. But it does feel like being ripped out of the ground, torn out of by their roots. It's not a pleasant sound, I don't think. I think you can want that. But that's just me. What am I making? Right, 3 of those. I'm all over the shop today, I really am. 3 heat capacitors, 3 polyfiber makes 3 circuit boards, and 2 unstable gel and 2 acid make 2 liquid explosives, and 8 lubricant, and 40 panes of glass. I should check my glass supply. We used a lot of glass yesterday. Before I convert them into living glass, just to see where my glass stocks are. Because I think I have around 300 in container storage. Let's have a look. 77. I knew it was a bit of an issue. So I won't make living glass today. I will replenish my stock and put a little bit of overflow in there as well. Definitely got way too much. Liquid explosives. I will sell the lubricant. I don't think I need the lubricant. No. I mean, I could create an overflow, sure. And because I've made 3 circuit boards, I can now use those 3 circuit boards with the superconductors to make quantum processors. It's really that easy. That can go back into here. What can we do with this liquid explosives? They're used, I think, in fusion accelerants, is it? No, it's there. I need fusion accelerants to go with those to make portable reactors. And fusion accelerants are made by organic catalysts and nitrogen salt. I've got nitrogen salt, but I'm using the organic catalyst to upgrade my buildings in my settlements, so I could make some more. But that takes thermic condensate and enriched carbon. I've got 4 enriched carbon. I do use those to make superconductors. And I'm just trying to think whether it's actually worth it right now. Oh, come on, let's go. So sulfurine and condensed carbon. I'm just going to pull this directly from 5 of them. Well, I've got 1 too many, that's fine. But 5 and 4, organic catalyst. Where are you? I mean, there you are. Make 4 of those. And then nitrogen salt, which is here. Don't need all of it. But nitrogen salt and organic catalysts make fusion accelerators. Can I make one more? Yes. They can go there. And then fusion accelerants and liquid explosives. Make portable reactors. Oh, it's like I know what I'm doing. Cool. And why do we want portable reactors? Well, portable reactors and quantum processors along with some iridesite, if I remember rightly. Make geodesite, my apologies. So portable reactors and quantum processors and geodesite make fusion igniters. And fusion igniters, along with stasis devices, are the most valuable items in the game, valued at 15.5 million units each. So 3 of those is 46 million units. But we can prove that by going to a even better economy where those are in demand. Are we in that economy now? We are not. We'll sell the nip buds and the lower grade items we're going to sell. Oh, lattice art crystal, nice. Look at that, 5.6% in this particular economy, that's great. So that means 49 million. And I think that just leaves my, I'll sell the grand as well, living glass, which is not a great price, 14.3% down on list. And it's worthwhile me selling those, though they're a mid-tier. I do have a space station, which I hope is still in my list. Boy do I. There we are. It offers me a good value for my it's not excessive, but it's definitely more than list. Alright. A lot of noise going on. Hello, gra gra. $2.9% over list price, good. And that means we're very close to unit cap. I'm going to try going back to OooadoooewField. Wow, OooadoooewField. I should just call it Croydon. Springfield. Maybe maybe that's what OooadoooewField means. Still no actual settlements. No settlements actually being attacked. I will raise a bug. I shall fetch a rug. Let's go over to the other settlement. Oh, is there anything here apart from that? Oh, there is a citizen request, so they are coming in. Alright, well they want... Oh. The citizenry... The citizenry... Why don't we just call them the citizens? Have proposed a festival in recognition of the foundation of the settlement. Though such an event may prove expensive, that's fine, I don't mind debt. The polling indicates 89% of the citizens approve this spending. I endorse. My logic is happy. Happy people make more stuff. Alright, let's go to the other one. How bizarre. My brain was just full of the series House on Haunted Hill, which is a wonderful series. Mike, what's his face, isn't it? Alright, what's going on here? So we can still get citizen requests. This is still working. 19 hours it says, but so the citizens, not the citizenry, but the citizens have commissioned Scout R2, hello Scout R2, to produce a play in the honour of the coming and everlasting fire, and you want 67,000 units, do you? Alright. 73% of this settlement strongly favour its completion, whatever the cost. And we shall allow that to happen. Yeah, there is a deck, but these are all good, and I'm not really interested in their output yet. Alright, let's try and find another B-class building. I think my office is still B-class. This is A class already, I remember that. So is this, yeah, A class wireless distribution hub. Terrarium is A, I think all my industrial units are A. It's the occasional sleep pod that still needs work. This is A class. This is A class, I think. I shouldn't really encourage the creatures near the settlement, but we just feed them food, they'll be fine. The upgrade trade terminal building here is A class. The landing pads are A class. I think even maybe the only building left is my office. Meta depot, A class. Augmented dwelling. Yeah, I think everything is A class. All right, so finally, I'll do my office because now you know it's kind of holding the settlement back. Oh, it's already A class. I thought I'd held it back. Alright, maybe we move on to S class then. So the meta depot requires crystallized helium, which I don't have. I can start with the landing pads. What do they want? Yeah, I'll go navigation data. Again, the Minotaur's been for a walk. Hey, he landed. Oh. I mean, my ship is taking out one of the other landing pad, which is fair enough, I suppose. Should we wander around and see if we can get some names? Cogn? No, Con. Goksuding? Maybe? Citizen Chewy? Patrol Officer Umigzung? A little bored. Resource Hunter Raxin. Hi. How are you? Your strength. Despite appearances, you're undefeated in combat. Is that because you haven't fought anybody? Because just looking at your other stats, but you seem happy enough. These are A class. I think everything is A class, I'm pretty sure. Ming. Right, Ming. Next. Oh, mate. I don't want you to worry. Hydroponics Bay. Yeah, they're all A class. The machine is noosed. They're worrying too. Citizen badge and a good night's sleep. And Wynack. I don't know. And Wynack, I don't think. Ainin? Jen. I know Jen. Ergadard, yes. Do you mind if I look through? Thanks, mate. Ooh, bar's empty. A-class cocktail, of course. Damaging to productivity. This is A-class. Oh, there's 3 up there having a look. Don't know. Ambaxo? Did you say his name out there? Doyne. No, Doyne. Rakeson? Yeah. None of that weird business going on behind the settlement, no. Cool. Alright, I think we can move on from here. So the next thing I was going to do, I'm still not moving. I don't know why I've stopped in this particular place, but we have. We are about halfway through the journey, and I think we're about 500,000 light years from the centre. I think, yeah, we're going to have a look at my 2 finned ships and do a compare and contrast between the 2. I wonder if I've got enough space to do this. Because what we have is these 2 similar finned ships. This has been my stalwart for a long time, Baron Harkonnen. I love this ship. It has been upgraded. It could probably do some work to become even more upgraded. I don't know if that's the most efficient way of doing things, because these things do not have adjacency to each other. They just have adjacency to the phase beam. That's not what I'm focusing on. And what I want to know is between these 2 ships, which is the best? This one has got all its slots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 12, 18, 24, 32. Whoa, I can't do my 6 times table. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. So I've got 60 slots here, and I haven't got all the slots of storage here. There's 3 more, which I could do. I could do that right now, couldn't I? Yeah, I've got 4. So let's do that first. Let's nip over to the space station. Head down, please. Thank you. So what I'm planning to do is remove all of the upgrade modules, put them away, and then compare the two ships as they are without any upgrades, and then work out which is worth pursuing. Oh no, they've even got more down here. Alright, okay. That's alright, because cargo storage, so it affects the value, doesn't affect the functionality, the key metrics of its maneuverability or its damage potential. All of that is tech. Now just with that little bit of flying around, this one does feel a little stickier to fly. It's slow to respond. More like driving a juggernaut than a Lambo. So Harkonnen, we pack everything away. We'll start with that. 'Cause it's again 6 by exactly the same amount. So 50 slots. So let's start packing these away. I'll try and reduce. Let's take these 3 little bits of resource out of the starship. And then store technology. Okay. Carry on. Whether or not my layout is absolutely what's the word I'm looking for? Optimized. Oh, I'm actually one line too far away, so let's do that. At least this gives me the ability to go back to where I was with these ships. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay. Now, I'm just going to move these technologies which cannot be removed. Nope. Stop it. Stop it. Move. Thank you. Into uncharged slots. Up here. I'm kind of surprised that the actual rocket launcher can't be unpacked. So this ship is now as basic as it could be. I'm going to take this opportunity to see if I can put the ship in the same slot. No. Because each time you take it out, you do risk. Right, let's try that. Putting me back on the second one again. Alright, well, let's try the other way. Let's try bringing the Baron Harkonnen into central. Because I'm a crummy pilot, I always find it trickier to get the central one. Dead center, dead center, dead center. Oh, why? Come on, I'm trying to make this easy for me. Well, we'll just use these stairs to run back and forth. So this one we've done. This has got no upgrades. I'm not even going to talk about why the engines haven't reverted back to their landing position. This has got feet down. That doesn't. Probably my freighter's fault. Right. Same with Feyd Rautha. Let's start unpacking. Come on, back away. That's my overdrive, okay. Because there will be one obvious difference, and that's the location of the upgrade slots. All right, now look at that. So we have a damage potential of 304.6 and a hyperdrive range of, with nothing installed, nothing at all. Damage potential, it's interesting that I've got 304.6 on and that's even elevated from core, and I don't know why. But 304.6, maybe because the rockets are installed, I have no idea. 264 shield strength, 196 hyperdrive range, and maneuverability is 525 with a core value of 4193. I've just taken a picture because they last longer. Alright, let's stand in the middle. 304. 323. That ship is apparently better at damage, even though its core value is 273, and that is 254. Alright. Shield strength 264. 249. This is a better shield. Hyperdrive 196. 184. Maneuverability is 524, which is slightly better. Oh no, maneuverability is 525. 525.4. 525.2. Nearest, damn it. Liberty is very similar. So it's got slightly less range on a hyperdrive. So my heart says this is a better ship. I think the actual reality of it is debatable, but 304.6, 323, this has got better damage potential. This is a better shield, 264 versus 249, and I value defense better than attack. I think attack is down to my skill. My ability, let's say that, rather than my skill. Because skill sort of assumes that you have one. Ability is just a metric. So how I use my damage is down to me. I can't do anything about the shield. The shield is inherently something that comes with the ship. And with that shield strength 249 and that 264, that makes me like this ship a little bit more. Maneuverability is, as I say, roughly the same, 525.2 and 525.4. Fine. Core is exactly the same. And hyperdrive value is 196, and it's 184. Well, and so right now, just on bare bones ship quality, Feyd Rautha is better than the Baron Harkonnen. Doesn't that fit in with, you know, well, maybe it doesn't, Dune fans. But what also matters is the upgrade slots. They've both got 4. And they're not, neither are bad. This has the ability to have something quite powerful here, and this allows for something to be quite powerful here in this block. And I am just comparing these two ships like for like, because they are, you know, both sail class exotics. I know that squid over there is also exotic, but it's, you know, it's different. This one, yeah, again, you've got 2 blocks of 9. Where you could have 2 powerfully powered things, whatever you want them to be, whether it be hyperdrive range or shield or a weapon. Weapons. To try and channel my inner Walter Koenig. What an actor. Well, Walter Koenig, what an actor. I've brought this up before, I'm pretty sure, but there is this awful bit of Shatner. And I think it's a press junket for maybe the first movie, where that's when the crew get back together for the first time after the cancellation following the second series. So this is them relaunching the brand of Star Trek, and William Shatner, as Captain Kirk, is given the role of introducing the crew, the actors, back aboard the bridge, and the bridge is there, and all the press are there, and he's going around the bridge. You know, and Nichelle Nichols, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, and he gets to Walter Koenig and goes, the guy, oh God, I can't even remember the character's name. But yeah, can't remember his name, and just introduces him as the role he plays. It's not, no, I can't remember. Chekhov, of course. The guy who plays Chekhov is what he says. Does that make me as bad as Shatner? Probably. Alright, so I think, it pains me, but I think Feyd Rautha is the better ship. Why do I say that? Yeah, it's got a few better metrics, it's got a better shield, slightly better hyperdrive range, and I value that higher. The upgrade slots are different, but roughly the same. They offer the two similar abilities, but I kind of just like the style of this one a bit more. I do, I'm not going to lie. The white and the gold look better than the yellow and the gold. The back fairing on this kind of gives it a big old butt. And though it looks absolutely great when it's flying, because the fairing opens and you can see the engines, the exposed engines here kind of give it a nice sleek design. And I think actually the community probably prefers to see an engine fairing. I presume, but I just think. I mean, I'm so used to that being how a sail ship looks that this kind of looks superfluous and unnecessary. All right. Whether I sell this or not is another big question. I don't think I will, not yet, at least. What I will do is put it into storage. I am going to pack all these upgrade modules. The freighter is looking fairly clear now because I've sold everything. So if I start quick transfer to freighter like this, I can now I know this is, you know, breaking up the idea of why I laid them out, but they're not going back here. Now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be duplicates, especially around hyperdrive. But there might be these X-class ones. There might be some choice ones to compare and contrast between the two. This ship has been around for much longer in my inventory, so I would expect that it has slightly better upgrade modules, just because it's had that opportunity to have more compared against. 4 slots I'm going to run out. Before I do those last 2. How annoying. Let's see if I can actually make sense of how these are laid out. They're not bad. Shield, shield. See that? Should be there. If we do it by icon. See, all of these are a few more. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, I'm getting my circular icons mixed up. That should be there. As should that. Should be there. That should be there. That should be there, and that should be there. Yeah? That's plus plus. That's shield, 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 direction, 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 or pulse engine, pulse engine, pulse engine, pulse engine, pulse engine, then hyperdrive, then weaponry upgrades, then infra knife, scatter blaster, I think. Is it scatter blaster when it's inside the ship? Infra knife, phase beam. And that's the large rocket tube pack. Okay. Just to... What's that down there? In the wrong place. Oh, there's just a few more. How annoying. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. Is move these to the exosuit for the time being. And there we go. And these can be moved over to freighter, freighter, and freighter. Good. Now let's rejig. We'll swap that with that, with that, with that, that with that. That goes there. This should go here. Just some final last minute bits. I think that's all nice and tidy. Now we've got shields, pulse engines, hyperdrive, weaponry. These are slightly chaotic because they are very similar. Okay. That is... Oh, those things are different. Aha. Infra knife. And positron ejector. Okay. That ship is now stripped, acid stripped to its bare bones. It's literally, apart from its core requirements, there's nothing left in this ship, right? Nothing. So that can go into storage. And we kind of want to do the same thing here as well. And then we can do some comparisons between the two. This has definitely got less upgrades. Well, we'll start with shield. Then we'll do movement. And then hyperdrive. Oh, no, that's movement. Scan. Hyperdrive, 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 scan. Actually, is shielding, movement, hyperdrive, weaponry. Okay, hyperdrive, weaponry. Yeah, it doesn't have many of those X-class ones. These are down here somewhere. Positron ejector. Infra knife. One of the two. Slightly got those reversed, but that's okay. I will make an adjustment. Cool. Okay, we need to figure out, before we move forward, Let's bring in the shield upgrades first. I realised I started a sentence and then finished, and I don't think I was prepared to say before we go forward. Will it just do these in order? Right. We have 3 and 4. Ablative armour and ablative armour. So that's a duplicate. I'm going to put that back to the freighter. And we've got 2 forbidden. It's interesting. I didn't have that installed. My dioxide resonator package. But we're going to start, because I say I do prefer a good powerful shield. And we'll start with X class upgrades, because they are the best. And then S. We have a blowout. That's ablative. And that's why it's been removed. Because this, though, it's a 7%. It's one too many. I mean, what does this one do? 30%. There we go. By itself, it's 35. That's 30. That's also 35. I think. 34. And this is 7. What does 7 do in an upgrade slot? 9. Alright. So it is exponential, I think. So putting a 35 or 34, I get 7%. If I put a 30% in there, I get 8%. Wait. 34 to 42, right? Okay, so that's 7% increase. But this, which is 30%, gets 8%, so that's 1% more. Let's have a look at the shield now. 417 is shield. The only thing I was thinking of changing would be that. 43. 42. Oh, that's interesting. Is it? Is it interesting? Is it really? 34 equals 42. 35 equals 43. Is it the same boost? Yes. So it's still 8%, regardless. $415 and this here is 417. And just to move these two around, $417.3. There's no difference. I think that's the best I can get at my shield. What's the next bit of technology I want to supercharge? I don't think it is my hyperdrive. I don't think I need it. It's good, but I've got a freighter. My freighter has a better range. If I want to move a longer distance in a ship, I can just use my freighter to do it. It's never going to match that, so I think it's either going to be my launch thrusters, which maybe that's just a complete waste, and maybe I should now work on improving my base weapon, which is the infraknife. Right, so these two are superfluous. I'm just going to take that out just to see. No. There's no way I can get that to work. So those three can go over to the freighter. Okay. The three scanners, there are four here. We have economy, teleport, economy, conflict, where's conflict? There's conflict. Teleport, receive. Teleport, receive. And this, the cargo scan deflector package, is an interesting thing to have in a freighter. Oh, it's not my freighter, idiot. Yeah, I think that's probably a good thing to have. The three of these are duplicates, so they can be moved over to the freighter. I'm not going to put them in, because I don't think these have any adjacency. So if I install... Let's install, that's install. That, and that, and that. See, there's no... They don't glow like these ones when they're next to each other. They're a function. They either do it or they don't. So I don't need to think about, I can put them wherever, really. Both my launch thrusters and my pulse and my hyperdrive all need fuel. By supercharging them, you might gain a certain bonus around that, having them supercharged so you don't waste as much fuel. Let's move these out of the way. Not quick move, let's just stack them down here. I think I'm going to supercharge my infra knife. This isn't my infra knife, this is my pulse drive. I'm just making room. So 3 infra knife upgrades and 4 infra knife upgrades here. Five, in fact. And what that, to me, suggests is I can have 5. No. Wrong button. Next to each other. One of these is the actual infra knife, probably that one. Now, light my shield. Is it better for me to put it here? Let's start with it here. That is that's the dupe. That can be moved over to the freighter. And then we have an S-class. This is the Q resonator, which is also duplicated here, so that can go there. I mean, am I missing a trick here? Can I put in a duplicate? Trying to see. There it is. Let's have a look. When we look at these. Three X's. Again, I'm going to keep these unlinked to start, so I can see the raw. Ooh, that blows. We'll come back to that. All right. If I install it, will it tell me its values? It will. All right. So a fire rate of 10, damage 4, heat dispersion of 9. A heat dispersion of 12, which is better than that. A fire rate of 15, which is better than that. And a damage of 5, which is better than that. Damage 6, fire rate 14, 10, heat dispersion 12, which is 9. All of these X's are proving to be somewhat better. That though, heat dispersion 5 and a damage of 5, heat dispersion of 9 and damage of 4, and a drop in fire rate. So if I'm going to take that one out. I think that's a crappy upgrade to have. Now, the 2 X's should go here and here, because they're the 2 most powerful. And we've got a damage of 41 and shielded 27. Now, if I put that there, what happens? 46 and 31. 46 and 31. 45 and 30. All right, so it's better there. And then we can put that there. That just, I mean, by itself, it says total count 3. It doesn't. It is boosting a little bit, maybe. 5199, 3433, 46. Kind of a lot. What if I put it in there? 50. So that seems better. So my question is, Q resonator. That's the one we know, but can I? Install 2 of these? No. It won't allow dupes. Fine. Fine. So we have an X that we can't use because it only had 2 metrics, and all of these are better than that. And if I try to install it, it's going to blow. Yeah. So let's put that in the freighter. I did put it in the freighter. Store technology, freighter. Good. That seems like a more powerful weapon to me. Now, that's the 2 areas of upgraded technology that we need. What I do need to do is, I'm going to move these over here. Well, I'll move that now and put that hyperdrive back. I do need kind of a lot of slots for hyperdrive. Apparently only 4. Okay, let's look at pulse engine then. Let's move these up. These are the original ones that came from the ship. And we'll bring the other ones that I brought from the Baron. Check my icon. Yeah, 2 chevrons. 2 chevrons. I've got loads of these. I'm not using the quick transfer because I want to be sure of where I'm putting them, so I know where they came from. It's probably not important, but to my mind it is. If I don't do this, I think I've missed something. So many. I don't know how I got away with this for so long. They can't all be. Upgrades, can they? Alright, so apparently in the Baron, just moving my cable a bit. I had 11 upgrades? Wow. Efficient thrusters. Have I got that? There. Right. Flight assist override package. Don't think I've got that one. Nope. Launch auto charge package. Sublight. Exhaust vents. If I move the ones which I know are upgrades out of the way, that might help. Right, so that is a duplicate of that one. Launch this one. Flight assist override, sublight amplifier, photonics core, aquajets, sublight amplifier, instability drive, which I don't have. A real mixture. Oh, instability drive, that goes there. So in fact it's just one, it's just the flight assist override package, which I didn't have installed on the Baron. Fascinating? But is it though? Is it? So again, we're going to start with the X's. Let's see where we get. And then start. Oh, that's launch thrusters. All right. That's launch thruster as well. So that is. Yes. That's launch thrusters. Aquajets. Again, that's just a switch. Oh, that's a. Oh, what have we done with that? Come here. Launch thrusters, launch thrusters. I'm getting myself confused here. pulse engine. I think that's pulse engine 2. As is that. Now that suggests to me full credit score, black market, instability drive, there. Full credit score is there. Sublight amplifier. If I try and install these, they won't, right? Yeah. That's all. And so is that. Alright, so these three can go into freighter. Don't need them. They're good. Bye-bye. Cool. That is, without actually getting into the nitty-gritty of it, as refined as I can get. Now we just need to work on, we'll come into launch thrusters in a bit, that'll be the next. Because we've still got duplicates here. Efficient, aqua, launch auto charger, that's an upgrade module, and that's an upgrade module. But they're to do with the actual launch thrusters rather than the... I knew this would take hours. I knew it. And yeah, I do watch all those videos saying, this is the best way of doing things. I have my own take on those things. I do think those videos are valid. I do think those videos have, especially like the Game Hub one about Nada and Polo nodding your heads, and the different streams, the packs you can get from Quicksilver. They're really great. And the ones that talk about adjacency as well. But you still need to put the legwork in with adjacency. You still need to figure out which ones work better with each other. Now I think, where are we here? What does it say with maneuverability? Is 1078 now, just with my current setup. X is better than S, and S is better than A. So if I put that S there, it's gone down 1034. So it was better having this adjacency. If I put the photonics core here, is that any better? 1068. Why no? What about that one there? That's the same. Oh, it's 1079. A little bit of an increase. Okay, I think we're good with that. Let's move on to launch thrusters. We will start with the basics. That's an S class. Okay, that's an X class. And these are definitely, well, okay, yeah, I've got these raw repeats. These are all repeats. They can go in the freighter. They can go in the freighter. They can go in the freighter. That Aquajet again doesn't have any adjacency to it because it's just a switch. Now I haven't changed my maneuverability because there doesn't seem to be a metric linked to launch thrusters. Damage potential is weaponry, shield strength is shield, hyperdrive is hyperdrive, maneuverability is pulse drive, but this doesn't seem to have a metric that we can check on our abilities. So I'm just going to go with my gut here. Move that there. And think that's better. Let's widen this out. I mean, I can put that there just to make it tidier. It doesn't really have any effect. I'm trying to think if there's a better place for it. If that's the shape we're doing, 5 tube. I'm trying to think if there's is it a polyomino or a polydomino? I can't. It's not Tetris. Is there Tetris shapes? It's S cube, L straight. Yeah, maybe. I was never a big Tetris player. I think that's all right. I think that's how it's going to be. Next is hyperdrive. Let's move those up to the top. Again, we've got duplicates coming in, but we've got 2 more weapons to install. We've just done the infraknife at the moment, but let's bring the hyperdrive upgrades. See, plenty of. That's a switch. Similar technique as before. Lots more options from asset stripping the Baron. Let's work through the duplicates. Emerald drive. Emerald drive. Cadmium drive. Cadmium drive. Atlantid. Atlantid. this is indium, indium. So these are the, again, I think they do have a range with them, but I think they're like 50 light years each. These are the ones which have the large amounts of upgrade potential. Again, we'll start with the X. These are all extras. These are new to the ship. 303. 250, I think. Yeah, 250. 236. And that's a switch. It either does or it doesn't. Interesting, it does have adjacency with it. But we can put the other ones. Like that. These are all dupes. Into the freighter you go. And we can have a look at, have I got hyperdrone ranges? So I can see this one from inside the ship, so I don't need to nip out. 1965 in current configuration. And that's with the most powerful in an X form. I'm just going to take the switches out for a second and keep them unadjacent. And we're at 1811. That's immediately better. 1873. $1868.
Mac, my friend. Just
Hey, how you doing, Mylensky?
going to mow the lawn and chill. After that, playing some NMS. Grinning face. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Give me a shout. If I'm still online, give me a shout and I'll come over and see you. So, where are we? 1903. Again, I'm going to just move these out of the way and start completely from scratch here. No adjacency, please. And we will start with the most powerful, which is, I think, this one. Yeah. 303. And these are the switches. 250. That's a switch. So let's swap that over. So we have three. Is that right? That's a switch. That's a switch. That's a switch. That's a switch. And that's a switch. And what I mean by that is these just give you a function. This one allows you to go to blue stars. This one allows you to go to green stars. This one allows you to go to red stars. This one allows you to go to purple stars. No, sorry, purple stars. And that one allows you to warp anywhere if you're in trouble. So they're either on or off. These ones have actual metrics. This is the most powerful one. So we'll start with that. Put that there. And we're at 1764. Now, if I put that there, it goes 1787. But it's better there, 1827. Let's start with the 250, shall we? 1764, 1829. 1827. Alright, slight advantage there. Should be the same there. Slightly less there. And this one, 1908, 1892, 1852, 1829, 1852. I'm putting it there. Is 1908. Now the switches. Unlike most of the upgrade modules, which are switches, these do have adjacency built in, so they do give you a kick. Interesting. If I put the electric drive there, it's 1938. If I put it there, 1918. If I put it there, 1908, back to where it was. But putting it into 1931, 1938, there, obviously the best option. Now, what about putting a different one in that slot? 1944. Why? Why is that a purple one? Different. Ah, that is an upgrade. No, that is a switch into the emergency warp unit. So it's worthwhile me checking out. 1938. 1938. 1938. So that one is better there. Not so good, not so good. 1936, 1944. Alright, so the next one suggests to me it's going to go there at 1967, 1954, 1944, 1954, 1967. Either here or here. Direct adjacency to the engine or... But I think we've ascertained that all of these now are the same. That was different. 1977, 1977, 1967, year I was born. And I will check that. Oh, yeah, they are the same. Wow. 1986, and finally, interestingly, that one does nothing. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just gonna try 1986, 98, exactly the same. Cool. 2 more things to do, and then we are there at our full fully powered ship, and that is we're going to install two more weapons. Are we? Positron injector. This was the difference between the two. One had a positron injector and the other one didn't. If I go and look at my other... the ship I'm used to more than anything else. Boy with the bubble gun. Hello, who's that? Oh, it's still alright. Alright. Toy will get got it. Alright. This has positron ejector and infraknife and rockets. Cool. Well, they both did have positron injectors, so let's We've still got these. That's for the phase beam. That's the weapon which the Baron had, which this doesn't. Okay. I don't mind the phase beam. It's very similar to the mining beam. I don't use it in conflict. Occasionally use it with mining asteroids, but I find the infraknife and the positron injector are better for that. The positron injector is short range, and I kind of like using that if I'm near somebody else's freighter or near the space station. I don't trigger any alarms. So maybe I don't install a phase beam. All right, let's bring this in. Oh, I've done that thing. Oh, my legs go to sleep. Guessing. I've got two of those S classes. All right. We should get a better positron injector on this. Free electron, resonator, and free electron refractor, and amplifier. So they're all different. This is the positron injector package. That's the fragment supercharger. Right, so let's move those around. These are duplicates. These could be moved back into the freighter. And we can start with installing. What do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. Okay. Two 954 974. 4019136. Slightly less. And then this 555 5544 5409, so it is better there. And this 8235, what a bump. 75. So that's the shape. I can maybe be more efficient around how we install that. What I want to do is around, especially supercharged weaponry, I want to keep those 9 slots around it nice and clear. Shielding, yeah, fine. I haven't done that. I could. This is different because it's slightly awkward, but it's because of these two slots here. I want to put the upgrade between them. Same with these, the two upgrade slots here. So if I moved everything up there, which would be nice, but we wouldn't get the kick that we get from the supercharged slots. So this is 8253. Just seeing if there's anything else I can do. That's less. That's because the SDS. That drops to 756. Cool. Well, I think that's all of the upgrades done, apart from the switches, which I'm going to put on the top row here. They don't do anything apart from give me that functionality. And then think about my missiles. I have been looking for yeah, it's the same. I can't do that because it's a duplicate. I think we're there. I think we're there. Okay. Hyperdrive range of just under 2,000. Maneuverability. Let's take it out. See how it feels. Now, did you notice that? As I left the bay, the ship kicked up a little bit. And that's because it's got a big fin on the top of it, which hits the landing bay doors and makes it fly up a bit. Now, has this all been for pain? What have I learned? Well, I'm definitely putting the Baron back into storage rather than selling it. I wonder if I can get this on. I'm going to take off again and try and get it on the first row. Because the next comparison I want to look at. Oh, I'm in the first row. This is an exotic, though a particular type of exotic. And this is an exotic. 172,500 value, same value. Damage potential is 366.6. Damage potential is 4 and 5.4. This has got more damage, but then again, it's got different upgrades. Shield strength 411.8. .417. So it's Boy with the Bowgun is still a better ship. Hyperdrive capacity, it's shorter. 1.7 versus 1.9. And maneuverability 1.8 versus just 1. And you know what? When you're flying that ship, you can feel it. You can actually feel it. This is more sluggish, it's slower to turn, maybe more gracious in the sky, but that, when you take it out, and you're flying around, feels great. It feels faster. I mean, that quick turn, it's great. So bubblegum is going to stay my main ship. And I could sell Baron Harkonnen. 7, exactly the same value as, they're all the same value. It does look so pretty though. It's the minor differences. But what I am going to do is go and put it in storage. I've been waiting so long to do that. I had to get enough upgrade slots to make it comparable. Let's save. And let's put the Baron into archives. I think we should have fireworks for this personally, but thank you, Baron. Feyd Rautha can stay out as backup. Or do I put it in storage? I mean, there's a good call for selling it. I shouldn't sell it now because I'll reach unit cap. Alright, I'm going to archive this as well. Alright, it's got a bit of cargo. I need to think about that. He's changed. Physics Entity Cod. Hi! Thank you. You were somebody different a minute ago. Geologist Entity Moss is still here, and we've still got a different navigator. Are we on a shift change? Guy on the flight deck. The gallery, really. Rokovvilek. I've heard that name before. I'm not sure if that's him. This is when I review the footage. You know, idiot. Yeah, Moss, she, Cod is different. Interesting. The weird thing is, I think I have met Cod before, but literally when we started the stream, he wasn't on shift. So Feyd Rautha apparently has got cargo. All right, yeah. We'll put some of these cargo back. I need to now sort out my inventory again because of all this. There's only little bits, but I'll nip over to here and quickly put those in. Silver, Starship, Silver starship. Nuggets? Might as well. Gold. Starship. Tritium starship. Now we've got all these. Do I start a sentence and don't finish it? I think the jury's out. I think I definitely do. Do I take one of my other ships that's a Sentinel ship. That is a dragster, the subtle knife. That's a solar ship. I've got two solar ships. There's Gag, which is my new hauler. Let's put Feyd Rautha back in. Do we try to make Gag Halfrunt? It hasn't got the upgrade slots, that's the thing. Shotkey 7th Path has got a load of it, would have to do similar comparisons between the two, as we've done with this. There's no different. What's interesting, again, interesting. What's worth noting is that the technology you put in the ship is not counted towards its value. Right? There's a ton of technology installed on what's it called? Feyd Rautha. And I've taken all the upgrades out of Baron Harkonnen, and their value is exactly the same. So if you are selling ships, strip them of upgrades, because you can sell those upgrades elsewhere. I've got a project in mind with the solar ships. Gag, I think I'm going to bring Gag out. This was I did this recently. Hey Cod. Yeah, I got my eye on you. Does that mean this is no longer... No, that's still Target et Orit. Admiral? Negara. Secretary Koku. I think they were there before. I'm not sure about the Admiral. There's somebody up on the scissor list now. Hiling Bezjund. Trader Dotus. Ah, okay, cool. That's interesting. I say that. It's interesting to me that normally the configuration is they're both on the floor, but one of them is on the scissor lift now. There are three more over here. Eduk. Okuldi and Larvik. I think they're the same as well. But Admiral? I don't remember an Admiral being down here. Oh, it's not. That's the... there's a freighter over there. Secretary Koruku and Manager Mapledine. That's better. That makes sense. Alright, I brought out Gag. I don't think it's actually appeared yet. These are not my ships, they're just visitors. If I quickly, real quick, res over to, use the proper words, teleport over to the settlements, maybe that'll bring Gag out of storage, and I can apply all those upgrades that are on the freighter to Gag and make Gag a better ship. Then I really must stop playing. I am off for a few days. I'm cat sitting in Tottenham, and yeah, I'm probably going to be taking the PlayStation with me, so I will be streaming. Alright. Let's see what's going on in Dalanta's Crossing. We have a policy decision. Our advisors are alarmed by the craze of midnight exploration amongst the citizens. They insist upon immediate corrective action. Either ban it, make everybody slightly unhappy, reduce the maintenance cost though, do not ban, make the citizens happier, and increase my maintenance cost? Excuse me, have you seen how much maintenance we're paying? We're paying 500,000 maintenance a day. Get back to work, you lazy sods. I'm alright. I'm not alright with the 1% happiness. I know, but I need to open that Starship dock. Let's have a quick look at the values we've got here right now. 993 and 550. Don't worry about the units, they'll look after themselves. 993, take a picture, it will last longer. And 550, 993, 550. I did think it was funny that even though I'm working on this, the dock, ships are still landing there. It's like trying to work on a stupid analogy. Skate parks. Skaters are going to skate anything anyway. The fact that you give them a skate park just gives them something else to skate, which is more dedicated to skating. But that's not going to stop them from skating other things. Only for that moment where they're in the skate park. If you work on a skate park and close it off, the skaters are still going to break into that area and skate it. If you build a skate park, skaters will break into that area and skate it. That's part of that's what skating is about. Alright, so this should increase productivity, which was 993. The Magneto dock is upgraded to S-Class. And apparently my productivity's gone up by 14,000. Let's look at these. Now and Hector, how are you doing? Yeah, I bet you are waiting for a moment standing here. We all know what that means. You're going to merge. God of Quether? Feeling light-hearted? Don't know them. Badge, I do. Dewey, I do. Lonqui, I know. Who else is in me? Is it creepy that I'm hanging out here? Looking in? Oh, for God's sake, I'll just walk in. Scout. Cool. don't know if I know Scarlet. Warrior Doin, yes. Taiji, yes. Machinist Lonqui, yes. Okay, I'm going to go and upgrade the other pad. It's over here somewhere. Cool. And now let's nip over to OooadoooewField. You try saying it. Which is apparently under attack. And has been now for 20 hours. This attack is seemingly invisible. I can't seem to see anything that's attacking it. Now, to my knowledge, yeah, just to go back on what we're doing here, we're just wasting time to okay, the status 39, happiness. Still haven't. I've got lots of space for population, but not many people are moving in, and I don't blame them. The metric is, yeah, the happiness metric is permanent. So I pray for happiness. Happiness. It's not sounding like happiness. Happiness. I'm not praying for a penis. I'm not. I wouldn't. I don't need to. Is there something on my door? Is there something overseer? Yeah. They're mostly like this. I'm going to nip outside. Is anything being upgraded here? That's my office. I think everything is now B grade, so I'm going to start pushing up to where? Hold on. If I do here, log, no, doesn't bring the icon up. It's over here. Alright. Let's work on the industrial buildings rather than the habitation. I know the habitation ones do make the people happy, but we really need to get onto productivity. Do I have dirt? No. No! No dirt for me. What about this one? Can I make an organic catalyst? Thermic condensate enriched carbon. Both are in freighter storage. Let's find. Where's the warehouse? I think the warehouse is already A class. Yeah, it is. I've done the substantial living module. To A class. About this living module. That's A class. That's A class. That's A class. And this is A class as well. Yeah, so everything is A class. What about my office? Alright, yeah, I'm going to have to get some organic catalysts out of storage. Can I upgrade this? I've got a quantum computer, I'll do that. And now I can't go in. Can I creep in the back door? Yeah, there we go. Oh dear me, what a mess. Oh, now I really can't do anything. Should have thought of that before I did that, but how long will it take? Wow, 50 seconds. I'm gonna wait. I think everything is A class apart from... This is A class. I've done this, haven't I? Yeah, this is A class. Let's get some up on high. Let's see if we can see the class flags. I don't think you can at the moment. That's A class over there. This is the substantial living module. That's A class. So yeah, there's... I looked so quickly I didn't see anything. Yeah. Let's see if this makes them unhappy again. I think last time I did this, decorated in a very latest style. Good. My productivity has gone up. So this is industry, that's industry. This is industry. No, that's palatial unit. This is, and that's A class and needs dirt. So it's either dirt automated warehouse, luxury habitation pod, hobby, that's my office. Nutrition module needs organic catalyst. Yeah, so it's either dirt or organic catalyst I need. The benefit of getting my office upgraded means I can get out of here. And get back to Antler Mama. I'm not lying, I'm so hungry. Banana for breakfast isn't the most substantial breakfast, but it's the way I like to start my stomach, with a bit of fruit. Fruit. They must have fruit. But yeah, definitely hungry. Let's grab some organic catalyst from the freighter. See, I'm out of enriched carbon. I couldn't make some more enriched carbon because it's radon and condensed carbon. It's going to be in here somewhere. There we are. And with that enriched carbon, and make some I can now make organic catalyst. Put that there. Go back to still wrong. Now I'm putting a wah sound in there, isn't it? Why don't I just rename it? But no idea. I don't like to. I think there are hidden, and we know there are hidden metrics. We're very close to being productive, aren't we? Oh, 220,000 units. Very close, very close. Not today, though. Back to Antler Mama. Let's go to Antler Mama. Hopefully now Gag Halfrunt II is out of storage, and I can upload, I can move all those upgrade modules out of my freighter storage to Gag Halfrunt, and then I can there it is. As a recreation of Gag Halfrunt, it's pretty good. The wings are different. And that's alright because it's a different ship. Right. Starship. 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 Whether I'll be able to install them all, I don't know. There's probably a few that are Yeah, should be alright to at least get it in there. But some of them will be available as blueprints. Alright. It's definitely not going to be them all. Aquajets feels like it's
Technology installed.
yeah, this is a blueprint, which is slightly different from an upgrade module. What do we have as upgrades? No, we've got the scanners. There's hyperdrive. So Emerald Drive, Cadmium Drive, Atlantic Drive, and Indium Drive. Those four I do not need. They can go into my exosuit because I have them as blueprints. Stay on target. So I don't need to worry about them. Conflict scanners. Teleport receive package to conflict scanner and the economy scanner I have here. Teleport, economy and conflict. So these can be sold. Weaponry. I've got loads of different weaponry, but the Q resonator, I think, yeah, is a blueprint. So that's all right. That can go. Yeah, I'm putting them in both places. The smuggle, that's an upgrade. Large rocket tubes feels like it's a blueprint to me. There it is. So that can go into exosuit. the infrared accelerator package is that one. So that can go into exosuit. Then we've got the positron ejectors, which I don't care about anyway. Nor the phase beam. Alright. Oh, we're so close. Maybe I do care about the... But we have sublight amplifier package. These are to do with... not shielding. Instability, sublight, and flight assist. Sublight. Photonics core is the engine itself. Instability and launch autocharger are all blueprints, so they can go into here. Now, admittedly, an actual upgrade is slightly better because you don't have to repair it or put resources to it to make it work, but I've got enough resources. I don't need to worry about that. I just need to worry about space. Alright, that is Gag done for now. For now. I can now put Gag back into storage.
Hi man, in just passing.
Hey Manuel, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Are you now into summer holidays? Vacances? That's French, I know, but I don't know what the Italian is for holiday. Holy day. Gag Halfrunt can go back into archive. Good so far. Let's tidy this up. Oh, what a mess. Maybe I put them all into freighter. I see the end in sight of this stream and I'm racing towards it just because I am hungry. Isn't it nice that people pop by just to say hello?
Good, thank you. Maybe on September I will go in Barcelona or Poland. Only one of the two.
I've never been. I've been to Barcelona, but just to fly in. I have never been to Poland. Very different places. Barcelona, go to Barcelona. It's so much fun. I'm not dismissing Poland. I think Poland would also be an amazing holiday, especially Warsaw. But Barcelona is an amazing city. Ooh, that was wrong. Do that again. Right. Oh, so close to the end of the stream. I'm not saying this is.
Any holidays in plan?
I will be going to America, to upstate New York at Christmas time, but no holidays. I have no money. I would normally be doing a couple of music festivals in the UK as a DJ, but and a VJ. But yeah, unfortunately, the pay isn't great, and it actually ends up costing me money to do. So I've had to say no to those, which is very disappointing. Starship, you go to freighter, and you go to freighter, and now. But ciao, thank you for stopping in. I am literally finishing up this stream very shortly anyway. Oh, come on. Versus my freighter, I'm too close to it now. It's the space station. I can't use my pulse drive. Fine. Pretty nice, 6.2. Let's sell these upgrade modules. My geckies are not good. Hey, the stabber. Let's
have a good day, victory hand.
Ciao. Oh, okay. Every single one of these needs to go to my starship. I'm kind of worried if that would be an issue. It's kind of weird you can't sell from the freighter though. And I haven't worked out the actual other upgrades. I'm pretty sure these are all Starship, not the ones I've picked up recently, which I haven't even looked at. But this job has been waiting for so long. Yeah. Thank you. Gosh, yes, we just spoke. The same guy, literally standing here. Let's sell. Now, freighter. Let's get you back. Maybe I should stand away from the desk. Don't want them thinking I'm a customer or anything. I think we're there. These ones will still need to vet, but I must raise that bug with Hello Games. I'm sure not the only one. Wow, what a session. Oops. I think we're done. We're exactly where we were when we left. Do we want to... Tell you what we'll do, just before... Let's move the ship. We are currently... No, that's not where we are. We're in Okola, which is a Gag manufacturing and peaceful, and we will travel to another yellow star, but a black hole system. Three 8 4 3 4 7. What about Tashin? That looks like a good call. Also Gag, dangerous this time. Now I reckon this on the NPCs. I think what will happen is I will definitely get a new navigator. I don't know about the other crew on the bridge. She will stay, obviously. She's never away from his desk. Definitely get different landing crew. So welcome to Tashin. I've never been here before. No, is anybody? First contact, yeah. That's Science Institute. How are you doing, Science Institute? You good? Yeah? I don't think we've met before. Well, I'm glad my reputation is preceding me. Just accommodation. And the Sensitive Buzzhatcher. Yep. And a new navigator, Netsk. They'll be new up there. Echo Analyst Entity IPKey. So, a complete new bridge crew. Because we jumped to another system. We've gone Gek to Gek. This is a different Gek though. This is Supervisor Totoin. Sales Gek Jour. Sales Gek Abs. Heiling Il Disgosp. Manager Yosmi's thinking about getting up in the lift, but isn't sure. Toin? Totoin. And who's up in the lift? Heiling Sejoi, Assistant Bizojanet, and Specialist Hojonst are here. Okay. So for some reason we replaced all the deck on the flight deck. These guys, there's Oiki, Gagrung from close to the edge. And he's from Anathem, Daban. Eljal from Gru the Wanderer. I think we've met before. Hidoi, now are you cloning yourself anywhere, Hidoi? I wouldn't be surprised if you're over here as well. It must be twins. 3 of them. Triplets. Hidoi. And Hidoi. I will save and I will call it there. I'm not even going to do a frigate send. Thank you very much for watching. I must eat. I normally do this every day. A bit of No Man's Sky in the afternoon, around lunchtime in the UK, to be specific about it. I do announce my streams on Discord, so please join my Discord if you want to stay ahead of the curve and will know when I'm streaming. I'm also playing a game called Chernobylite Complete Edition in the evening, which I am adoring. Nobody knows about it. It's a shame. It's one of those games which I think flew under the radar and didn't get the traction it deserves, but it's really good fun. It's a survivalist horror, sci-fi, bit of inventory management and base building, base enrichment rather than physically building stuff. You've got a base, but you're putting technology in there which can make your lives better as you get more resources. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's based around the Chernobyl exclusion zone, which still exists, 30 kilometers around the power plant, which exploded in 1985-86 time. So it's been 30 years. And yeah, that's about it. There's also an Instagram. There's I'm on Blue Sky. Please join and say hello. Join our little happy community. But just to watch another video. If you don't want to do anything else. Even like, dislike, leave me rude, nasty comments. Yeah. Whatever you like. Just engage. But until we see each other again, please share and enjoy.